but really does look like a guy that could be a contributor on this defense. So I'm going to be really curious to see come preseason how much action does Chris Boyd get, especially as we go into the second and third preseason games that matter most for the starters. And does he get any action in there, maybe opposite Xavier Rhodes, just to take a look at him? A few snaps here, a few snaps there. But he's the guy, if I'm going to point to one rookie to look at now that could be a contributor in the future, Chris Boyd is one of the guys on the defensive side of the ball that I would keep an eye on.
What do you make of the Nate Kading experiment?
To me, I find it more of a reaction to what happened, a while ago, either at the beginning of the 2018 season or before that. I view it as somewhat of an unnecessary move for them to bring him in. And I say that only because Dan Bailey has been around long enough. He knows what's going on. He has proved in the past that he can handle the pressure. I think if Nate Kading is just there to say, okay, I know a little bit more technically than special teams coordinator Marwan Malouf, then I think, okay, if he's just going to kind of be a video guy that looks through and says, okay, you may have struggled here a little bit, you missed 2 or 3 kicks in this practice or a kick or 2 in this game, here's a step different that you can take, then maybe it's worth it. I think there is a fine line when you're dealing with kickers if you're going to try to get into their psyche too much, or how do you handle pressure? And you know what? Nate Kading has shown in his career that he hasn't always handled pressure all that well either. So I'm not sure he's the guy to be giving counseling on handling pressure, or a mental strength coach or anything like that. If he's there strictly for technique and technical issues, and maybe even having Holder Matt Weil, here's where the ball should be a half inch further tilted this way or that way, then I think it's okay to do that. But I also think it really, once again, shows that if Mike Zimmer sees something that he believes can help the team, the Wilfs are not going to hold back on the paycheck that is necessary to make that happen. Fortunately for the Vikings, coaches' salaries don't figure into the salary cap. So if they want to keep adding specialist coaches here and there, it's basically just a matter of, does Mike Zimmer want to do it, and do the Wilfs want to spend the money to do it? And in this case, each of them were on board with it.
Let's wrap up the show talking about the returners. Thanks again to our sponsors, Twill and the Dining Galleria. I was there the other day. Lots of new stuff on the shelf, lots of golf stuff, lots of great shoes and belts, accessories, just really comfortable stuff. Thanks to sodastick.com. Promo code is TALKNORTH. Thanks to Tony Hoaglund, your State Farm Agent Champlin, and thanks to BiteSquad.com. Again, the promo code there is TALKNORTH for your first delivery fee waived, but just keep using it. It's a great service. So who do you think is going to return punts?
I think Chad Beebe is the leading candidate to do that. He has some experience doing it last year, not a ton. If he can stay healthy, that should help him, because he can get more experience, not only just in game situations, but training camp, preseason. The more he does it, the more comfortable he should feel doing it. Jordan Taylor, if he makes the roster as a receiver, is a possibility there. But to me, the kickoff return guy is the main issue, because I really wonder if they're going to feel it's worth the risk of, with Mike Hughes coming back off of the ACL, to put him back there. I think that one is wide open, and who we see here or there at this time of year may not be who we see actually doing it once the regular season rolls around.
Thanks to Tim. Check out his stuff at VikingUpdate.com. Thanks to all of our listeners and sponsors, and we'll be back next week. It's going to be a very interesting summer as we ramp up to another very interesting season.
Won't we hotel?